Welcome back to Normal Baseball. Today, we got a new episode, and we're going to be predicting what's going to happen in the 2022 MLB regular season. Let's get into it. What's going on? Welcome back to Normal Baseball. I'm Alex. Normal Dog. That's Lewis. And that is Nick on the other side of the screen. Today, we are coming live. It is the day before the MLB regular season. Woo! Very exciting. Looking forward to finally getting baseball back, which is exactly what I needed. I mean, I know we've had it back, but spring training hasn't felt like enough.
Agreed.
I want more, and so we're going to be getting more.
You're about to get 162 more.
Well, yeah, times 30.
Times 30. Woo! Baseball.
All right, well, today we're going to just kind of preview the season, make some predictions on what we think is going to happen, look at some betting lines, and kind of base our predictions off those, and then we're gonna see who's gonna win each division and predict finally the winner of the
title's wrong.
The winner of the season, the World Series. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
But yeah, the baseball championship.
Yeah.
that baseball the piece of metal,
That big old piece of metal.
But regardless, let's get right into it. I mean, we'll start with this question. Who do you guys think is going to be the most exciting team this year? Out of pure excitement.
I'm going to go with probably the Miami Marlins.
The Marlins. Okay, that's interesting.
I mean, they have the young guys. Jazz Chisholm is the most out there guy.
Good player by the Mets.
I think he's like the most out there guy in the entire league at the moment. And he's so much fun to watch. The pitching staff is, could compete to be a top pitching staff in baseball. They have Jorge Soler, who's probably going to hit balls out of the stadium. It just looks like they're gearing up to be just a fun team to watch. Not so much as the most competitive team, but count me in for the most fun team to watch.
I'll take it. I agree. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch that team do their thing. I wouldn't say that I agree in the aspect that they're going to be the most exciting team in baseball. I think I personally am going to have to hand that one to the Blue Jays.
Yes, sir.
You agree, Nick?
Yeah.
I mean, that team is it's
fully healthy. They're ridiculously stacked.
They're ridiculous, and it's stacked. And not only is it stacked, but they have energy. I feel like every guy in that lineup brings energy.
That's fair.
I mean, Vladdy's a big dude. He hits homers, but he can come out of the box and hit a triple.
Yeah, did you guys see him flying around the bases the other day?
Yeah, he stole a base the other day. I was like, what is going on here?
What has happened?
He's pretty much a lock to win
something.
Yeah, an award. If anything, he'll definitely be on the first all MLB team.
It would be an actual crime, I think, if he wasn't.
Exactly, which is my point.
I personally am very interested to see how that new Texas Rangers middle infield plays out.
I'm interested. I'm less interested in Seager because I think Seager's going to have a good year regardless. I'm really interested in Semien to know how he's going to do because following up that good of a season might be a little tough,
But what's
definitely
weird
not
about
easy.
that is that they said the same thing about his athletic season. And it looks like he did pretty well for himself after that.
That's true.
So, I mean, not to say that we're going to expect that type of season out of Marcus Semien again this year, but I feel like something close to it is what you'll get out of him, as barring his health, of course, which knock on wood, he stays healthy.
Yeah, we want him to stay healthy. Obviously, we never want anyone to get hurt. That's not the goal. Hopefully, he can have a good season, like you said, because that would be really exciting. I'm also looking forward to the Twins' middle infield, and just Byron Buxton as a whole.
Ryan Jeffers.
Rhys Hoskins went yard today.
But yeah, no, Rhys Hoskins.
Yeah, he went yard today in spring training.
When was I talking about Reese Hoskins?
No, I was. I just heard the Phillies come up.
No one said the Phillies.
Wait, what did you say?
Byron Buxton?
Oh yeah, that's on me. I zoned out.
Uh,
I heard the Phillies and I was like, oh yeah, that Reese guy is pretty cool.
No, Byron Buxton though, I think he can be the most exciting player in baseball when he's healthy.
Yeah, give me a full season.
But he was injury prone last year. I mean, before that, he was never really like fully injury prone.
Is it crazy to
know.
say that the entirety of the Twins season and off season next year rely on Byron Buxton staying on the field for over 140 games?
I don't think they're off season. I mean, they got him locked up for 7 years. They're not gonna.
Yeah, but Correa can walk.
Right, but that's not gonna dictate what they do with him.
And yeah, but I'm saying that if the team wants to win, right? If everybody in that clubhouse wants to win, and could you say he's a top 15 player in baseball when he's healthy? And if he
When healthy, he's a top 5 player in baseball.
yeah,
I think so.
and
Oh,
if he
top
wants
5 is
to
it?
compete and do all that
Top 10.
stuff,
Top 10.
then
Top
you
10.
know you're going to need to have a team around you. But if you're unable to stay on the field, why would people want to?
Yeah, well, I mean,
you know, hang
wanting
out?
to compete and being healthy are two very different things. I'm sure he wants to play. It just he gets
Yeah.
hurt too much.
No,
Yeah, when
I'm
he's
talking
injured,
about
it's
the
not
team
like he's
around him.
like,
Like, if
damn, I
Correa-
wish I
Right,
wasn't
fault.
competing.
No, like Correa is going to be sitting there and thinking, "Oh my God, if only we had an absolute masher in the lineup." You know, what if we had Byron Buxton here? Oh, it's not worth
Yeah,
it.
but they have
This
Ryan
guy only
Jeffers.
played 20 games. They also
Shut
have
the
future.
fuck up with Ryan Jeffers.
They also have future MVP Gary Sanchez.
Oh god.
Did you guys see the report that the Twins are apparently looking at getting Paddock from the Padres?
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, they're more pitching. Their lineup's already good.
They desperately need pitching, which is crazy to think about because Sonny Gray is a number one. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a good pitcher.
Well, Sonny
He's
Gray
not
is
a
not
number
even
one.
starting opening day for them.
I know, but when you look at their full rotation, I mean, I think Sonny Gray is like the most locked down out of all of them, the most proven at least.
Yeah, proven.
He's been around.
Probably because he's been around for the longest. Yeah,
Yeah.
but by the way, speaking of starters, do you guys see that Jordan Hicks is going to be starting for the Cardinals?
Yeah, I saw.
Which is wild. Yeah.
That is wild. I think
Over
I
Adam?
think I think they put him as the fifth starter, but I think he's just going to be opening. I don't think he's going to be in for. He's never going to be in for 7+ innings, like 6-7 innings. I don't think.
Yeah.
He throws two. He
Well,
throws. That's like DeGrom.
Too
type stuff.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he throws like
He'll,
100
he'll,
miles an
he'll
hour.
pitch maybe like on average like 5 innings a game. Maybe.
Yeah. That's. I think.
call
I
that
think.
even a little high.
Yeah, I think 5 might be even
That's
high.
like best case scenario.
Yeah, best
Yeah.
case scenario, I give him 5, maybe 5 2/3.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think he'll ever hit that 6 number. this
Well, if
season.
he's at 5 2/3, he might hit 6 because at that point he just needs one more out.
It's hard to get an out. Give the guy some respect.
All right, fine. You know what? We're making that our first. You want to make that our first over under? We'll make that our first over under. Will Jordan Hicks, at any point this season, pitch 6 or more innings?
No. Nicholas?
Nick?
Mm.
Hmm.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here and go with yes.
Oh wow.
Wowzers.
Because on the off chance that he's going into the 5th inning throwing 42, he's thrown 42 pitches so far. They would want to either stretch him out to that last inning or just see what he can do.
Yeah, but with how risky the Twins are being this year with their current, depth chart and stuff, I don't think they're going to want to push any of their guys besides maybe a couple of their hitters. I doubt that they're going to want to risk anybody in the pitching staff for that long, especially if you get up there to damn near 50 pitches.
I mean, I'm gonna go with no because.
Also, that was the Cardinals, not the... I'm all over the place today.
What did I say?
Well, we were talking about the Cardinals, and I just talked about the Twins.
You are?
Yeah, Lewis said
You're
that
just-
Jordan Hicks was on the Twins,
Yeah.
which I thought it was just maybe a little hiccup, and I was just gonna breeze past it.
Twins legend. Jordan.
Lewis was not just gonna breeze past it. Lewis was gonna.
Yeah, listen. Best part about being the GOAT is that you have to recognize your faults.
So I'm gonna pretend you didn't just say that, and we're gonna move past. I just don't think he's never started a game in his career. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It doesn't make sense for him to go that far.
And then
Yeah, but if in the starting rotation, they're gonna want to at least see what he can do.
But like,
At
But is
least
he
once
just
they're gonna
there
see,
until Jack Flaherty is fully healthy, and then they push him to the
which is
bullpen?
another like I think what another
Month,
month and he's
another
back,
like
another
month,
week.
not even a month.
oh, I completely forgot about Jack. No, yeah, there is no way that he pitches 6 or more innings at any point. They just put him there because they had no one else, and they're gonna use him as an opener.
That's pretty swag.
I'm still going with yes.
I respect the.
It's too late. It's too late.
No, yeah,
If he does it first,
I'm a man
if
of my
I
word.
couldn't change my Kevin Cash pick yesterday, you can't change that pick.
Oh, that is so different. Whatever.
well,
I mean, it's already I already typed it, so
oh yeah.
Yeah, I
If it's
also
typed, it's
didn't want to
whatever.
change it. I'm still going with yes.
all right. Well, at this point, it's official.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The steamiest take.
So what else we got? Well, let's just start with the NL Central because I feel like the NL Central gets looked past a lot.
That's fair.
NL Central, we got Brewers. I mean, Yelich, is he gonna have a bounce back year? I think he definitely could if he's seeing the ball better than he has last year, and even in 2020 he wasn't seeing the ball great. If he could see the ball at least a little bit better, I think it'll be a big step up for him.
I completely
and
agree
I think
with you.
I think most of the Brewers season depends on how well Yelich plays.
Yeah. I mean, towards the end of last season, it looked like he was getting back to the Yelich that we knew that won an MVP award. He looked to feel a lot more comfortable at the box. It looked like he was a lot more. He felt safer. It looked like in the outfield and stuff. Like his bat looked fine, which is a huge sign out of him. And we're hoping that is continuing over into the start of the season. And if it does, I think he'll be the centerpiece of that Brewers roster.
Well, he's also never been a big defensive guy out there. It really relies on his bat, and that's what's been lacking.
Right. So, but that's the main point. Without the bat, he brings like pretty much no value to that team. I don't know what he is doing. He's just Milo is just sitting in a corner. He's just sitting in a corner. He's literally. He's whatever. I'll let him rock.
Good boy,
Where he
Milo.
belongs.
He's very normal. He's very normal.
Oh,
Whoa!
I'm gonna adjust my mic.
All right. So what else we got in that NL Central? I mean, the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. If he can adjust to the league fast enough, I don't know if he can. I keep debating in my head whether I think Seiya Suzuki is gonna be a superstar right out of the gate, or if he's gonna kind of take the Shohei path. Where like Shohei, yes, was decent in his first couple of years, but he was nothing like the Shohei that we see now.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Because it's two very opposite ends of the coin. I have a feeling that we're going to see him break out right away just because Shohei, his real difficulty was the pitching part. Like, we knew that he had the hitting down. I mean, you don't win Rookie of the Year for nothing. Although, did he deserve it? Whatever. But I think Seiya is going to come in and immediately be a big impact guy. And with how long they signed him for, I think the last year that
Kind of
contract...
has to be.
Yeah. I think on the last year of that contract, minimum, we'll see him compete. Like, in the playoffs and stuff.
But the only issue is, like you say, he kind of has to be, but...
Yeah, so I say that he has to be.
You say he has to be, but, like, I think they signed him to a longer contract in kind of, like, knowing that, hey, maybe the first year we have him, he's not going to be fully adjusted to the league, and he might be a little worse than we kind of expect because, hey, he could be a superstar in Japan, but Japan is 10 times different than Major League Baseball.
Very different league. I give him maybe halfway through the season, maybe 75, 80 games, and then he starts to really pick it
even
up.
halfway through the season, and they want him to get adjusted, and they know they're not going to compete this year unless somehow they find a way, but I highly doubt it, and he's there more for not this year, but the next couple years.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And if you had to take Seiya Suzuki over under 850 OPS, what would you take?
Nick, I'll let you go first. Let's hear the thought process.
I don't know because it is such a giant question mark because he was amazing in Japan, but how does that translate to the greatest league that baseball's ever seen. How does he adjust to major league pitchers that are not from Japan? How does he adjust to 100-mile-an-hour fastballs? I mean, a lot of Japanese pitchers have nasty breaking stuff, but getting up to stepping out of that box and seeing 100 is a very different ballgame. I'm going to take the under just because I do think he's going to need maybe half the season to adjust, and unless he has a ridiculous Mike Trout level second half of the season, I think it stays under 850.
I agree because I don't fully agree. Like I agree on the part where he's going to take time to adjust and maybe halfway through the year. But I don't think he's going to be like 600 OPS until halfway through the season and just kind of click, you know? I think maybe he'll float around 700 and at that point if he really has like an insane second half, he could do it. But now that I say it out loud,
it's much easier to drop an OPS than go up.
Yeah, exactly.
It is much easier to drop an OPS than to bring it up.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the under 2 just because it's his first year in the league. If it was his second or something and we saw what he can do. Because in spring training, he either hit a home run or struck out, or just got out in general. He had 17 at-bats, 2 home runs. He batted .235. Although he did have a .938 OPS. So
very small sample size, though.
Yeah,
well,
that's
it's only a 7-game sample size, but like that's just kind of his first taste of major league hitting and how he kind of dealt with it.
Yeah. Although you two
he only played in 7 games.
He only played in 7 games in spring training.
Yeah. Although you two went with the under, I'm gonna hit the opposite side. I'll take the over. I think that everyone's kind of underestimating him. Like, yeah, he didn't have the best spring, but then again, spring doesn't really matter for much. I think that.
Yeah, we see what Lindor does in spring, and then.
Yeah, I mean he's the exact opposite.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So I think we're gonna see him. I don't want to say come out of the gate firing and being this guy who whenever he steps into the box we're thinking home run, home run, home run. But I think he's gonna be really effective on an otherwise lackluster.
And it would be super cool if he did.
Yeah, I think that it
would be because it would be like, hey, we got Shohei, who was another Japanese superstar who's kind of killing it on the offensive side of the ball. And now we got Seiya, and it's going to be kind of like which Japanese star is going to have a better like offensive season.
What is he slotted at for the Cubs? Where's he playing?
Left field,
right?
Yeah, left.
Really?
And Jason Hayward is the
doesn't he play all 3 outfield spots and then third too?
He can. No, he's definitely going to be in the outfield. He's not going to be at third. Patrick Wisdom is going to be the Cubs' third baseman.
And then who's going to be the Cubs' first baseman?
He's currently slotted in at right. So
who's going to be the Cubs' first baseman?
John Cena.
Frank Schwindel.
The German. So was it the Polish sausage? What's his nickname?
Great question. What is Frank Schwindel's nickname? Come on, Lewis. I thought you were the Frank
no.
Schwindel.
You two can find out for yourselves.
What is it? I'm looking at it right now.
Just because you don't know.
What is it? What is it?
It's the German sausage.
No, it's the tank.
Pish posh, same thing.
But yeah, the NL Central as a whole, I think it's a good division. It's not nearly one of the best though. It's really the Brewers and Cardinals fighting it out at the top.
So
I'm interested to see what the Reds end up doing.
The Reds, they don't have a good team. They have India, and I kind of feel bad for India now. He got a little taste of winning. They almost made the playoffs, and then they sold half their team, or didn't pick them up. I mean, they lost Castellanos, Lorenzen, Givens.
Lorenzen's a big hit.
Well, what are they gonna? Tommy Pham. They got Tommy Pham.
They did get Tommy Pham.
Padres legend.
They still got Votto, Naquin. They got rid of Barnhart. Stevenson starting now full time.
I like that a lot.
Moose, Colin
Really?
Moran. What'd you say?
I like Tyler Stevenson. I think he's gonna have a good year.
Oh yeah, I too. He's the young guy.
Yeah, I
He's
really
the
like
young
him.
guy.
I still feel like if they retained everything, we would have been talking about them, in the second half.
Well,
sneaking
obviously,
up to a playoff spot, which is so. It's,
looking
it's
at
crazy.
looking at this lineup with Nick Senzel, who had a good spring. Nick Senzel and Tommy Pham, Tyler Naquin instead of Castellanos and Winker, and even Suarez, who was pretty good for them last year. I mean, it's just a much different lineup than we saw, and the pitching also, I don't think is enough to pick them up, even if the lineup is pretty good. I mean,
I'd agree.
Tyler Mahle, who's decent, but then like
Wade
Reaver
Miley.
San Martin, Vladimir Gutierrez, and Hunter Green is being called up. Flame-throwing starting pitcher. That he's a rookie, unless he comes out of the gate like insanely good and better than we expected. I just don't know. I don't think it's gonna be enough to beat the Cardinals and Brewers by any means.
It's definitely not.
not.
But then again, like, you have to remember that the Brewers heavily rely on their pitching, and their hitting is not fully there all the time. The Cardinals are very boom or bust with their lineup, because I feel like whenever we watch a Cardinals game last season, or whenever we tuned in and watched their streak, it was all reliant on the bats more than pitching, which is crazy to think about. But, I mean, some of those Cardinals losses that we saw throughout the season, they couldn't get the lineup going through 5-6 batters, and they just kind of threw in the towel. Not to say that it's wide open, but, I mean, you have to look at that as an opposing team and be like, hey, if we shut them down for 3 innings, we have a higher chance of winning this game. Like, let's go out and do it.
Until they win 1, and then they win 2, and then they win 17 in a row.
Yeah, and then they win 22 in a row.
Yeah, and not to say that it couldn't be done again. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see it happen again. But I think we saw from that 22-game win streak that it was so heavily reliant on their bats, and their pitching wasn't really shutting it down. They had, 5 walk-off wins in that time span? It's like 4 or 5 walk-off wins in that time span.
I didn't study. Yeah. I didn't study the Cardinals' 22-game win streak, so I don't really know.
Oh, you missed out.
Well, I watched it. I didn't study it before this. I mean, there's the Pirates. Not an interesting team.
No, there's nothing.
I mean, they got a couple guys.
Until O'Neal Cruz plays, they're not interesting.
Yeah, exactly. They got a couple guys to watch out for. O'Neal Cruz, they're just service time manipulation. Cole Tucker is a guy I like, but he's not really a superstar or anything special yet.
Well, Brian Hayes, I mean, he's been very hesitant to sign a contract extension with the Pirates. That's something.
Seems like a common trend, though.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Ryan
that
Reynolds still hasn't signed an extension, I think.
I think that.
Well, Brian Hayes isn't a free agent till 2027.
Yeah, but
so I don't know why he would sign an extension now.
No, that's completely fair. I mean, I can't blame him for not signing, but I feel like the Pirates wanting to just go out and spend money on obviously a guy that they have in-house, I'm blown away that they're not trying to throw it all at Brian Reynolds. But if they do sign Brian Hayes, then maybe that's their timetable then.
But that doesn't make sense.
In his contract.
If they already have him till 2027, why would they sign him right now? They don't know how he's going to be. He only played...
I just know
he only played 96. He's only played 120 games in his career. So.
I know. I just know that there's been contract extension talks since the start of spring training with Brian Hayes.
When have you seen that?
No, there has been. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Really?
I've seen many tweets. Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense to me. The fact that they have him locked up till 2027, they don't know exactly what he's going to be. I mean, that's kind of like a Wander.
Unless
Franco.
they're trying to wander him and give him a tradable contract.
Exactly, that's not really but he's not on a Wander level.
Are they doing that to match someone's money? Like maybe they want to go trade for somebody or something and only want to do a 1-for-1, and the other team is like, well, we don't want to really, have to push a bunch of money off our books or take on more money. Maybe they're trying to match someone's salary. I mean, that's a very, very long shot, especially in baseball. But
or they're trying to lock down Hayes on a smaller contract for more time, so then they can offer more money to Reynolds. That's the only other reasonable thing I can think of.
Yeah, they're trying to capitalize maybe before Brian Hayes becomes blooms into the superstar that we all want to see him become.
Because we all know Pittsburgh is not a big market team, so they don't have that much money to throw around.
Well, I think Bob Nutting is just not planning on doing anything.
We'll find out. Only time will tell.
I think we're going to get nothing. I mean, Pirates fans, I'm very sorry. You haven't had a generational talent. You haven't had a certified, great player,
MVP
fan
caliber
favorite
player
since McCutchen.
Yeah.
And that was, the last time he was on that team was, 2017? So, 2018, I think. I think it was 2018 was the last time he was on the Pirates.
Find out.
Because he got traded to the Giants. It might have been the offseason, so it probably was 17.
17.
Yeah, because he got traded in that offseason to the Giants and then to the Yankees, and he bounced around. Now he's still in Philly.
Philly, and then he's
And
on the
now
Brewers.
he's Brewers.
Yeah. So with all the talk of the NL Central, who do you see coming out on top of it?
Who do I think is going to win the NL Central is what you're asking me.
How many of the NL Central teams do you think will be in the postseason? How about that one?
No. Let's just do who will win the NL Central. We'll do that later.
It's really only between two teams, and it's the Brewers and the Cardinals.
It is between two teams. I'm gonna go with the. This is tough, because the Brewers have a much better pitching staff, but the Cardinals have a better lineup in my opinion.
Yeah, they could form a super team.
So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
Fair enough. Nick.
So am I.
Yeah, I think Goldschmidt, Arenado. Who
I
else
also
they have?
really like what I
Bader,
saw.
O'Neal.
I like what I saw from Bader. I liked what I saw from O'Neal.
Yeah, Bader, O'Neal are two big guys in that lineup who might seem.
Even Dylan Carlson didn't have a terrible year for a young kid.
No, and they're all going to be getting better. I mean,
Hopefully.
even their old guys aren't just going to fall off a cliff. Like, we're not going to see Arenado and Goldschmidt just have terrible years out of absolutely nowhere. We're going to see good years from their veteran guys, and that's important for them this year.
Absolutely.
And their pitching isn't even that bad, so.
Yeah, and
They got Steven Matz.
I guess we're going all in here. I am also taking the Cardinals. I think that they have a real good shot at it, and if they get hot in the playoffs, they're interesting. It was sad to see them get cut short last year.
Yeah, last year, obviously, Chris Taylor ended their season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they were a World Series caliber team last year, though. This year, they might be, but
I think they
Brewers?
no, the Cardinals. The Brewers were last year, but mainly because of their pitching.
Yeah, well, that
I would
pitching was
argue
first class.
only because of their pitching.
I don't know. We saw in the playoffs their hitting
It
was
died. You didn't
one
see
of
it.
the big reasons that they didn't make the next round. I mean, I guess when it comes down to like exact, I guess technically it was the pitching because they let up the runs, obviously. But if I remember correctly, the scores weren't high in any of the games.
No, I mean, because you have Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, Freddie Peralta chucking gems, and then the offense will squeak out like 2 runs.
That's what I'm saying. It's like your pitching is so good that it doesn't fully matter how good your offense is, as long as they can put up a couple. It's the same thing.
And
as
we've
like,
seen the Cardinals blow out teams like 11-0 before, so.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think, I don't know. I think the Cardinals have a better overall team, and I think the good outweighs the bad.
No, that's completely fair.
Losing Mike Schilt, though, it's interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just strange. I just think it's very weird.
Oh, it was. I think that might be one of the most criticized moves in the offseason of all time. Dropping him after what the season was like with him at the helm.
Yeah, it would make more sense if they just brought in me to manage.
Yeah, or like a sack of rotting potatoes. I feel like.
Or Luis Rojas.
Or Luis Rojas.
Oh God. Well, the Yankees brought him in.
Love that for you guys.
All right.
Hey, I love it for us.
What's next?
Do you want to shift to the AL Central? Keep it in Central Division.
Yeah, let's do AL Central. I like that idea. So AL Central got some fun teams in it. We got the White Sox, who have arguably the best lineup in baseball. Most well-rounded lineup in baseball, arguably. Who else do we got? We got the Twins, who obviously went out and got Correa and sneakily built a really good team going into this year.
Everyone knows this.
Exactly. And then we got the Rangers, who went out and spent money. I don't think they'll
What?
The Rangers.
They're not AL Central.
No, are they AL Central?
Oh, Central. Sorry. I take that back. Pretend I didn't say that.
Good.
We
The
got
Royals, maybe.
the Tigers.
Our team.
The Tigers, who are also going to be sneakily good.
Yeah.
I disagree, but okay.
I
I think they'll win 60 games at best.
the Tigers, 60 games.
Yeah.
You think the Detroit Tigers, the 2022 Detroit Tigers, are going to win less than 60 or less games?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I just don't like the Tigers.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
I don't like how their lineup is constructed. I don't like their pitching staff. Comerica Park sucks. Also, I'm mad at Javi Baez for leaving me. So
Well, so now we know the main. Now we know the real
now we
reason.
know the real reason why.
Now we know the real
He
reason.
took the long route to get there, but it made sense in the end.
He tried to sneak some other random stuff past us before telling us the actual reason.
no, I'm also just so serious. I just don't like the way their team is built.
I'm not saying I love the way their team is built, but 60 definitely seems a little too low. I don't think they're gonna have triple-digit losses this year.
I'd say at least 61.
They swept the Yankees last year.
Yeah, I know. Robbie
Yeah, I
Gross
mean,
would
how hard is
terrorize
that?
us.
How?
Oh,
I don't know.
It's almost as
I
hard
have-
as making the postseason. Believe it or not.
yeah. So the Tigers.
Nick's about to cry. Nick's about to cry right here live.
I'm not gonna cry. I'll be very upset. No, I just I think
I
that
see
their
it too.
team is very weird. I think they have a very strange team.
I don't know.
On paper, the guys are good. Like I like Scope. I like Candelario.
I really
Austin
like.
Meadows is a big pickup.
I really like.
I
Mize and
don't think
Skubal.
that the guys go together. They don't mesh well.
Only one way to find out.
You can make that argument, but I don't know if 60 wins. That's like Baltimore Oriole level. They're not on the same level as the Baltimore Orioles.
Well.
Well.
I think the Orioles will have a better season than the Tigers.
Wow. All right.
I will go
fine.
on record saying that.
Fine. Let's do a bet
on
then.
public airways.
Let's do Orioles or Tigers, more wins. We know what Nick's guess was. Lewis, what are you going for?
I am definitely 110% taking the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm also gonna take the Tigers.
You guys are sleeping on John Means. My
You're
dark horse.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Mister, I'm going to get traded at the deadline, John Means. Sleeping on what, him, Cedric Mullins, and the new wall.
Rugi Odor, Ryan Mountcastle.
Oh yeah, I forgot Yankees.
Adley.
Door.
Adley.
Is
Yeah,
it crazy
when
to
that
say? I think.
Well, they're just getting service time out of Adley.
I think he's the most overhyped prospect. I think he's going to be a very good.
I
MLB
thought you
player.
loved Adley.
Oh, I do, but I just don't think that all of the hype surrounding him is like right. I think that there are better prospects.
because he's a
than him.
switch hitting catcher and he's young.
Yeah, but
Well, he's exciting because not many.
I think
He's
that
like
there
Jorge.
are better prospects than him. I mean, obviously he's number 2 this year, and he's going to get called up this year along with Bobby Wood Jr. and Julio Rodriguez, who we saw already got called up. I just think that the hype around him is going to lead to people being disappointed in him. Like, they're expecting this guy to come up and single-handedly save the Baltimore Orioles, but I just don't think that's possible.
Well, they're really.
I think he'll make
banking
an
on-
impact.
Yeah, he'll make an impact, but people are treating it like he is going to be, the next savior. That all of a sudden the Orioles are going to start turning around into this dynasty contender team with Adley at the helm.
Well, also Nick, you got to remember that the Orioles are in the AL East, so they got 19 games against each of the Blue Jays, Yankees, Red Sox, and Rays. They got 19 games against each of those teams. I mean, the Tigers get to play the Royals at least 13 times. And they
That's
get who's the other bad AL Central team?
Guardians.
The Guardians.
Guardians.
The Guardians, I don't want to say they're terrible because obviously they have Jose and they just extended him for, 6 years or something like that? 7 years?
5, I thought.
Oh, 5, 6, 7, something like that.
In between the 1 and 10.
Yeah,
Somewhere
in that area. But they have a decently good team. Some of their outfielders are good. Naylor, obviously Fran Mill. You got Shane Bieber, but still, I don't know. I think just they're in an easier division. I don't know. I just think that's outrageous.
Well, like
Riding
I
high
said,
on the Orioles this year.
only one way to find out, and that starts in 24 hours.
True.
24 hours? No, a lot less than 24 hours.
True.
We are a mere 12, 13, 14, 15,
Well,
16 hours away from the MLB season.
By the time that everybody's seeing this as a recording, it will be mere minutes.
No, not quite.
Almost.
I'd say mere hours.
Baseball. Woo!
After opening day.
We were supposed to go to the Yankees Red Sox game. I mean, we still are, but now we have to wait till Friday rather than Thursday tomorrow, which kind of sucks. But it's whatever. Um, More with the AL Central, I think the Twins are like everyone knows they're going to be pretty good, but I think they're actually going to be a team to look at during the season. And
They'll be
then they'll
I think they'll be very competitive. Yeah.
exactly, they're going to be competitive. With this lineup, it's kind of hard to not be competitive, like in any way.
It's fair. That's fair. I think.
But all that just to lose in the wild card seems a bit like iffy.
True. I think an issue with the Twins, and we saw it last year, is that people were really high on them. I mean, they had a lot of guys last year and everything, and it's sort of the same thing that's happening right now, where people are saying, hey, the Twins, they're coming for the division, White Sox, be ready. Look at what happened. I think...
Yeah, but now you get a healthy Buxton, and you bring in Correa.
Well, hopefully you have a healthy Buxton.
Yeah, you can have... hopefully you have a healthy Buxton for the entire season. I would hate for that not to be an entire season of Byron Buxton. And there's a lot riding on this year, not just playoff hopes or not just trying to raise the trophy if they really think they can do that. I think, if they don't at least make the ALDS, then we're going to see Correa walk.
And they're not going to, because that AL East has easily 4 teams that can all make the playoffs this year.
Woo!
And not only that, the White Sox are 100% a better team than the Twins.
Even with all the injuries.
With all the injuries. With Lance Lynn injured, with Crochet, that's it. It's just Lance Lynn and Garrett Crochet.
Yeah. What about
and Lynn, I think, is supposed to come back.
Yeah, Lynn is only 4. Lynn is 4 weeks. It's not like he's gonna be out all year. Lynn is 4 weeks, and then they they lost Tim Anderson for the first 2 games of the season. That's not gonna
because he beat up an umpire.
If they lose the division by 2 games, I'm blaming it on that.
They lost Joe Kelly, who's not supposed to be out for that long either.
Thank God.
Lance Lynn only 4 weeks, like we said, and then the only position player they're missing from injury is Yermin Mercedes, and they don't even need him.
He'll just retire, then come back and retire again.
Exactly. He'll retire while he's injured. He'll get healthy.
Hit a 3-0 home run in a garbage time game. Tony La Russa will fire him. Then he'll announce retirement and then come back again.
We're getting a little specific here. Just a little bit too specific for my liking.
Well, when it happens,
yeah, I mean, looking at Tim Anderson, Luis Robert, Jose Abreu, and Eloy Jimenez to start a game.
Bringing in AJ Pollock.
Well, but those 4 just are the first 4 in the lineup.
Yeah.
That's terrifying, I want to say.
So, if you had to rank the top 3 players in the American League Central, who would they be in order?
You mean like the entire
AL
American
Central.
League Central?
Yeah. Because I think, we just covered basically what we're projecting to be the top 2 teams.
I think it would be top 5, you said?
Top 3.
Top 3.
I
think Ramirez is 1.
Manny Ramirez, that we just said?
Yeah, Manny Ramirez.
Yeah.
No, Jose Ramirez is the best player in the AL Central.
Okay, I was like, you said Manny the first time, right? I wasn't hearing.
No, you said Jose.
No, I said I think Ramirez is number 1.
Oh, I heard Manny, and that's why I got confused.
Fair enough. So Jose number 1, and then who are your 2 and 3?
Yeah, I agree. Jose number 1. Then I'd probably go.
Are we doing only position players or pitchers too?
We'll do pitchers. Throw them in. If
pitchers?
you think that they're top, if you think that they're top 3, because we're just talking about ball players. Doesn't matter how.
Well, we haven't seen him in a year, but I want to say Bieber.
Okay.
And then I'll go
Correa,
yeah.
As
Of right now, because by the end of the season, we could see Luis Robert or Luis Robert
MVP.
being an MVP candidate. Like, you never know. Or we could see any of these players. I mean, Eloy, Jose Abreu could be up there again. Tim Anderson. There's a lot of guys in the AL Central who, like, are really good. And I think in all of baseball, we're kind of seeing that. I feel like this year, there's so many star players. Like,
there's a lot of parity.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks that, but, like, I feel like there's a lot more teams, like, competitive because of they have a lot of star players than in previous years.
It'll be fun. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
no,
a lot
I
of fun.
agree with you.
Oh, this season is going to
And
be so much
it
fun.
doesn't even in years past it always felt like the Dodgers had that like only superstar team. Like if you wanted to watch a favorite player, you have to watch the Dodgers. But this year, I mean, yes, the Dodgers have stars and they have like the fun guys to watch, but I'd much rather turn on like a White Sox Guardians game to watch the White Sox lineup, to watch Shane Bieber, to watch Jose Ramirez rather than turning on a Dodgers game. Like that's just that just sums up how much parity is in the league, how much fun it is to watch every ball player go out there and compete. It's exciting.
No, I agree. I want to watch every game, like at every point.
Yeah.
Even tomorrow, I mean, the first game, now that the Yankees-Sox game is canceled, the first game is going to be the Cubs-Brewers at 2:20 p.m. And it's going to be
where I'll be.
And it's going to be the only game on until I believe 4:30ish. So, but then once 4:30 hits, or 4:15 rather, we got Guardians, Royals, Pirates, Cardinals, and then that's it. Until 7:05 you got the Mets, 8 o'clock you got the Braves, Reds, 9:30 you got the Astros and Angels, and then 9:40 you got the Padres, Diamondbacks. So the two games getting postponed is actually like decently big. What's going on here?
Don't worry about it.
It worked.
All right. So what's the team coming out of the AL Central?
AL Central.
Do we want to do it on 3?
Hold on. Wait. Before we do this, can we make one more bet really quick about the AL Central? I want to know I want you to document
Games
it right
played,
now.
Luis Robert.
Huh?
Over
Games
one.
played, Luis Robert.
Close. It was Luis Robert that I want to do. I'm asking
My goat.
top 5 MVP candidate.
Luis Robert. Oh my god, that is a difficult question.
Like how high are you exactly on Luis Robert?
Can we go like top 7?
We do 10.
No, top 5.
Oh.
Okay. I think if he does have an amazing season, I think there's still a bunch of guys he has to beat out. He's still got to beat out Shohei. Still got to beat out Vlad.
I'm saying no.
I'm thinking no. I think realistically, if he plays the entire, if he plays 140, 130 games, hits like 30 home runs, 20 stolen bases, above 270 batting average, I think he'll be like top 10, like maybe like 7 or 8.
Yeah, I don't
think he'll make top 5.
Yeah, I think there's way too many guys to beat out for top 5. You got
Yeah.
Who do you have? You
Judge,
have
Semien,
Seager now, Shohei,
Vladdy.
I mean, there's
Anyone on that Blue Jays team?
literally anyone on the Blue Jays. Yeah. Let's see. You got Altuve.
Well, I mean, if you want me to list off like 2 through 5, I mean, for the AL MVP that is, last year it was Vlad Jr., Simeon, Aaron Judge, Carlos Correa, and then 6, 7, and 8 were Jose Ramirez, Salvador Perez, and Matt Olson. Like, they're guys who, you don't really think might be up there. I'm gonna go with yes. I think he'll be number 5.
Matt Olson. I mean, I would think Matt Olson would be up there. He had a great season last year.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying compared to
Matt Olson had a really good season last year.
Yeah, he did.
I think he had a better season than Salvador Perez. I don't really agree with the MVP rankings.
Not
All right.
everybody will ever.
Salvador Perez had like 200 strikeouts last year, which is insane.
Well,
Yeah, he also had like 48 tanks.
yeah, and like 121 RBIs.
Okay.
Could you? Do
Oh
that?
yeah, but Olsen had 39. He had 271 with 111 RBIs. So
Exactly. So it's like neither here nor there.
and he's better defensively.
Exactly.
I want to see what his WAR was.
I mean, I would have
Also
had
had a 5.8 WAR.
300 RBIs, but that's just me.
That's just you.
They're lucky I'm not in there. It would have been as I like to say, it would have been Coitons for the rest of the league.
All right. Any other bets for the AL Central?
We could go with. Let's see. That's a great question. That is like just a great.
Any
question.
Royals guys?
Royals? You know what? We're gonna go.
Any Bobby Witt?
You want to make a Bobby Witt?
I'd love to.
All right, we'll do Bobby Witt Jr. Should we do an over/under? What do we want to do? Let's do a collective. What do we want to do here?
Let's just do a straight bet. Bobby Witt Jr. top 3 rookie of the year.
That's the easiest bet I've ever made in my life.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes.
Well, no. That O'Neal Cruz is in the other.
Do you want to do games started?
Well,
I
Is
don't
he
know.
their start? I think
I
he's their
think-
starting third baseman right now, right?
Yeah, because
they
by
don't
calling
have a
him up,
third
they
baseman.
basically told him that he's going to be their starter. Because they wouldn't call him up if he's not going to start. I think at this point, because they're going to want him to start in the minors if he wasn't going to do that.
that would be some real like shooting themselves in the foot with
Yeah, he's
service
playing
time.
third.
Well, if we here, let me look up some Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt Jr. Betting lines.
I'm gonna do like a batting average over under on a specific average.
I like. This is tough. Batting average you want to do?
I'm just throwing out ideas.
I just like Bobby Wood Jr. as a whole. I'll kill some time while Alex is looking for this.
All right, well then we'll just do batting average. I'm fine with batting average. Let's see what his projected is. Bobby Witt Jr. His projected he doesn't have because he was never in the league. Okay, so last year he batted 290. So we'll go over under 275.
70.
Is that fair? Yeah, 270. We'll do 270.
I think so.
All right, 270. Sure, count me in for the over.
So you're going over,
I am going over.
Nick.
I'm also taking the over.
Alex,
I'm also gonna take the over. I mean, it's hard not to.
I'm high on Bobby Witt.
As I type under, no, it's hard not to because he's such a star, and he's the number 1 prospect in baseball. He's gonna be coming out opening day. Okay, well, pause. He's gonna be playing opening day and and probably most of the season, barring injury. Knock on wood. But yeah, so hopefully he does wind up playing all season, and I think if he does, there's no way he doesn't go under.
I completely agree with you. I think Bobby Witt is going to go over just because we're going to see the same thing that happened with him, with Aaron Judge and Pete Alonso of recent, where in their rookie campaigns they had these massive explosions. And that was all because every pitcher, it felt like, whenever they got into the box, it was like, oh, sure, he hit a home run off this guy. He's not going to hit a home run off me. Oh, sure, he got on base against that guy, not me. I think Bobby Witt is going to have that same thing, especially being the number 1 prospect in all of baseball. Everyone's going to look to strike him out, and Bobby Witt has a great bat that he can get to anywhere in the zone with speed and put the ball almost exactly where he wants it every time.
Saw a side-by-side of his swing and Trout's swing, and they're like almost identical.
They are almost identical, and when I saw that too, the second I saw that, I was like, well, this guy, if he does that in the majors, how would he not be good? If he has Trout's exact swing.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there.
They're like,
It also comes down to mindset, and he's playing on the Royals, which they have been consistently a
bad team.
decent team.
Well, in the past two years, they've been a pretty bad team.
Well, let's hope that Bobby Witt coming up will be the start of the turnaround for them.
Hopefully, that's the goal for them.
I think that's the idea.
Yeah, they want that to be the turnaround.
I mean, did you guys see the video of when Bobby Witt got told he was going to be up? Salvador Perez looked like the happiest man on earth in that very moment. He went
Why
right
wouldn't
up
it
to
be?
Bobby Witt and like gave him a hug, and he was like, "Welcome, my brother." I was like, "Yeah, this guy's excited." Like he just looked happy, and that's like I think
Because he's good at baseball.
he's good at
Exactly.
baseball.
He's
and
finally got someone good at baseball on his team.
yeah, and
Again.
that culture. I mean, if everybody in the Royals organization is looking at him like that, then that is a real good tell of like.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah, let's go out and win for this guy. Like,
Yeah,
let's go get other guys because we want to see Bobby Witt winning.
Yeah, he's in a good position.
Yeah.
To put it into like.
And who knows
simplest
if
terms.
he pops off this year, maybe the free agent class is like, hey, that Bobby Witt guy's exciting to play with.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll
He
go to
sells
the
tickets.
Royals. Yeah.
He sells tickets.
That
Jersey
also
sales will go up.
comes down to will the Royals be willing to spend a lot of money in the next
Money.
free agent class, and I think it all depends on how Bobby Witt plays.
Yeah, he's a big variable in that
Is
organization.
that crazy for me to say? I think that Bobby Witt is worth spending your money on. Like, not him in particular, but while you have him in arbitration and on these low rookie contracts, I think it's worth it to go out there and spend like big ticket money on a couple of guys and try to really push. Because yes, we see the White Sox running that division at the moment, but we see them in the playoffs time and time again. They fail against some of the better teams, especially when it comes to playoff time. If you can knock them off before that, whew, it looks dangerous.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it. That's what we were saying. Like, if he has a good season, you should definitely go spend that money and go to back
bring in
him
guys
up
around him
and get guys around him to have him kind of as your centerpiece. He might be a rookie, but he's your centerpiece for the future.
Yeah. Completely agree.
Which I like. All right, so who do we think
team
is
coming out.
win the AL Central? Can we say it on 3? 1, 2, 3. White Sox.
White Sox.
All right. Yeah, that was way too easy.
We did it.
Yeah. I don't think there's any way they don't.
It's unless the Twins can pull off magic and the White Sox
if
underperform.
Polanco finishes top 15 in MVP and Correa finishes top 5 in MVP and Sonny Gray pitches well.
And Byron Buxton wins the MVP.
I don't know. I think we saw that the White Sox last year couldn't beat good teams.
I know, and that's exactly what the issue was in the playoffs too. They just got very lucky with their division. Everyone kind of wasn't good.
They when they played teams like who were in the playoff picture, they did not play good. But
and I
don't know. I think this team just on paper, it's hard to bet against, and that's why we all picked them to win.
Also, how many guys on that postseason team weren't at 100%?
Well, not.
I don't think
I mean, Eloy probably not because he was coming back. Although he was playing well when he was back, but I'd argue he probably wasn't 100%.
He definitely wasn't 100%. I know Yasmani wasn't playing 100%. He was dealing with a couple of nagging injuries.
TA got injured at some point last
season. Yeah. Anderson was out for a little bit. I mean, they didn't have. Well, no, they had Luis Robert, but he was also coming off injury.
Yeah.
And their second
Giolito was having a bad season.
Let's not forget their second baseman was Cesar Hernandez. So that's always a downside to a team. No offense.
Nationals legend.
If Cesar Hernandez is watching.
Yeah, Cesar, if you're watching, I'll send you my address. Celebrity boxing match. That's our favorite thing to do.
Charity.
Charity celebrity boxing match. We will raise money for St. Jude's. And it'll be a good day. So just hit me up if you wanna fight about it. And that's all I have to say on that matter.
Fair enough. So White Sox. So
let's head
where
over
do we go from here?
Let's head over to the west
on the plane.
The West Coast, the
West
NL
Coast?
West, with the maybe the best team ever assembled in it.
The National League East.
What Nick? What do you think about the Los Angeles Dodgers heading into this season? He's got no thoughts. I mean, he's just
I don't know, man.
Speechless.
I don't get me wrong. Love Trey Turner. Love Mookie Betts. Like Chris Taylor. Not a big Freddie Freeman guy just because he tormented the Mets for however long he did.
12 years.
All right, come on. No, it is I think the best lineup in baseball. There's no question about it.
No matter what way you look at it. And even their rotation and freaking bullpen now is. And
I hate that they do it. It feels like
Matanzas.
the Golden State Warriors when they got Kevin Durant, but I hate it. But it's gonna make it fun.
Exactly. It's hard. Like we said with a couple other teams, but this team especially, it's hard to bet against them because every day you go out there and you're like, well, they're gonna win this game realistically, and if they don't win, every single game. When they lose this year, it's going to be an upset.
Yeah. Oh my God. I feel like come postseason, it's like gonna be just like a giant Cinderella story.
So,
Like teams will always be the underdog against the Dodgers.
right, it's gonna have to be because if they make that World Series or whoever beats them in the playoffs, if anyone even does beat them in the
Should go
playoffs,
on to win it
If
all.
they have to make the playoffs first.
right, it's gonna be a Cinderella story. Well, yeah, they have to make the playoffs first. You're right.
So,
Well, no. Wait, hold on. You said Mookie Betts. This is a very open-ended and circumstantial, opinionated kind of question. Will Mookie Betts be back?
Yes.
yeah.
I've said this to you guys before. I think he's my dark horse MVP candidate.
Wait, did he bowl a 300 during the
I'm
offseason?
also saying yes. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, then he's back.
Sometime
He's
during,
the GOAT.
Sometime during lockout. No, he is. He's insane. Do you think he'll be as good as 2018 Mookie?
I think.
Dare I
we'll
say he'll have a
see-
better year?
Better than 2018.
I think we'll see something similar to it, and I think there's a great chance that he can walk away with an MVP trophy if he's completely healthy. But like I just said, it depends on if he's going to be completely healthy and stuff. I mean, we've watched him so far in his career, and when he's fully healthy, 2018, I mean, he absolutely terrorized the entire major leagues.
Yeah, I mean, we said Mookie is good, and if he's back, it's obviously just going to make that lineup even better. But can you imagine that Dodgers lineup with, like Nick said, if he's better than 2018, a guy batting 346.
Yeah, I don't think batting average wise, because hitting 346 is nuts, but he's definitely going to have more RBIs in that lineup. He's going to have more opportunity to drive in guys. He's going to have more opportunities to get at bats.
But if you said I think I'd argue with a better year than 2018, he would have to have a similar batting average.
Which, who knows? He
And
might do it.
a 1 OPS is that's insane in that lineup. I think they're
Yeah,
gonna have
it's
multiple
ridiculous.
guys with over 1,000 OPS.
It's like the White Sox on steroids.
I think
Exactly. The Dodgers are the White Sox, but in the NL and better.
And better, yeah.
Exactly. Which is crazy to think about.
I think we're going to see the MVP trophy go to LA, but I think it's not going to go to a former MVP this year. And I think the Dodgers, if everything clicks right, and we saw in the postseason that they did have a little bit of a problem at first base with Cody Bellinger playing there a little bit and Max Muncy coming back from injury. But if they click and everything is fine, then we're going to see a crazy run where I would be willing to say a majority of people come playoff time are going to tell you with a straight face that the Dodgers will sweep the entire playoffs. Like,
Sweet.
You think the MVP trophy? You think the MVP is going to a Dodgers player?
I think
A Dodgers player that hasn't won an MVP before. So who do you
what?
think?
Muncy, Turner.
I think.
Well, let's save that
Taylor.
for the end. Let's save that for the end
that's
because
what I
we're
was
gonna
just
give
about to
our
say.
we're
Okay.
gonna give our MVP picks and Rookie of the Year and Cy Youngs. So let's. I don't want to speed us up, but we'll make one more pick about the NL West. Does anyone have any suggestions? I mean, we got the Padres that we haven't even mentioned. They're obviously lost.
They're
Nando.
definitely a team.
Nando is lost, but they still like Nick said, they have a good team. Who else they got in the division? The Giants.
The
Giants are the
could
Giants.
be
They'll
sneaky
go
good
out
again.
and win 90+ games, do Giants type things, make the playoffs.
Chris Bryant
So any suggestions?
for what?
Any type of bet?
How about this one?
It's hell.
Do you want to do for the Padres? All right. Would you be willing to say they will have 3 or more All-Stars in the All-Star game? Let's really flip it on its head.
Well, Manny could
I
definitely.
like that.
Manny could definitely be an all-star.
Remember, there's fan voting too. Just remember that.
Who do you think would get in with fan voting?
Nando, depending
Musgrove.
on when he comes back. Musgrove.
No, Nando is not going to be in the voting. There's only a
I don't-
select
he's not
pool
gonna have
of
enough
players.
Isn't he coming back before the All-Star break?
No, he's coming back like at the All-Star break. If he's
I
coming,
thought
if
he
he's
was
gonna
coming
be back before the All-Star break, it's gonna be like a week before.
Okay.
He's not going to be
Yeah.
back in
But
June.
still,
That's
okay.
not enough time.
3 or more all-star caliber players for the Padres.
No, not all-star caliber. All-stars.
Yes.
All-stars.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
all-stars, not
I
caliber.
should not have said caliber. Yeah.
Because there's a
Oh.
lot of all-star calibers on there.
I'm gonna go with no.
I'm also going to go with... I'm looking at their pitching, and... I mean, if
Musgrove,
Darvish picks it
Darvish,
up,
Snell,
Snell can pick it back up.
Manaea.
Manaea.
But Manaea's not gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be an all-star.
No, but... I don't know. It's hard because...
There are
Yeah,
also
no,
so
I'm
many.
gonna go
There are
no.
so many good starting pitchers in the
Yeah,
NL
I'm
that
going to go no. I don't think so.
I think it's just Manny and possibly Crone again if he has a really good year.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm going to say yes.
You're going to say yes. Who
Book me for yes.
do you
These
think?
I think we're going to see, obviously, Manny Machado. And I think Blake Snell is going to be a guy who has a big bounce back. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
Snell pitched yesterday. Let's see how he did.
And Jake Cronenworth or Joe Musgrove to be that third guy.
Blake Snell.
Well, last
yesterday.
year.
Oh,
Oh.
whoops. I don't want to watch it. Okay. Blake Snell yesterday pitched box. Let's see. 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 homer. Spring training, he has they're not even showing spring training stats on MLB anymore. You know what? No, I'm not even looking at spring training stats.
Opening day is
That's
among
what he did
us.
yesterday. I don't know. Blake Snell. Okay. And then
His spring training stats, he had an 8.44 ERA. I don't know if you said that already.
no, I was looking at it on the MLB app because I was already there, and they took away the spring training stats already.
Spring training.
Yeah, he had a
Smaller sample size.
in 2 games he's 0-1 with an 8.44 ERA.
I'm not worried for Blake Snell over a full season. I think he's going to look as we remember him.
Okay. Like 2018 Blake Snell.
Hell, even 2020.
Which would be really good for them.
2020 Blake Snell.
I mean, he pitched in the World Series.
I don't think he was in. He had a sub-2 ERA in 2018.
I know.
He was a lot better in 2018.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not saying he obviously doesn't need to be a Cy Young Award winner, like damn near perfect pitcher.
Oh, I don't know. You said it like 2020 was better.
No,
I said,
knew
I
that
said
2020 was
2018, and
better.
you said hell, even 2020.
Yeah, because he doesn't need to be perfect, but he doesn't need to be terrible. Like
I mean, a 3.24 ERA is not bad. So I
especially
guess,
in the NL West.
Yeah. All right, and then can I put us down? Can I safely put us down for all having the Dodgers winning the NL West?
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
I think that's.
I think so.
I mean, I already typed it because I kind of figured.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Unless we get a legendary Diamondbacks run.
You never
Hey,
know.
don't sleep on the Snakes.
Chris Bryant might go nuts this year.
The Rockies do have a decent team.
No, it's just Chris
The
Bryant.
Coors effect is real.
I don't know. The Rockies have a decent team.
All
I don't
right.
think they're going to do much, but
So, do you want to just move over to the AL West now?
yeah, let's go for it. AL West, you got the Mariners, built up their team a lot.
Love that.
They
I
got
love the
Winker,
Mariners.
Suarez. Who else they get?
Robbie Ray.
Adam Frazier. We know they traded for Adam
Frazier.
Frazier.
Yeah,
that was early.
yep.
They
You got the
are-
Rangers, added Semien, Seager. Who's their catcher? Garver.
Barber.
They got Adolis still. They got John Gray. They got a couple pitchers. Their pitching needs work.
Jack Leiter.
Jack Leiter might play this season.
I think he will.
Might get some bullpen innings.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be kind of an everyday kind of guy.
He is looking.
And then there's
nasty.
the Astros.
Yeah, the Astros who are
Who will be
always
the
good.
Astros.
They're literally just missing Correa. I mean, and
Yeah.
Greinke, but now they got Verlander back, big,
Yeah,
and
And
it's
Jeremy
huge, it's huge for them.
and Jeremy Pena, the guy who's taken Correa's spot, isn't.
Terrible.
He's
Bad
been
at
going
all.
on. He's been
Yeah,
playing really well
they're
in
very
training.
good. He's their top prospect. He's
The-
very good.
The Astros are going into the season with only missing, I think, Lance.
Oh, and then you got the Athletics. So
Who?
Yeah,
I like how we're
Moneyball.
saying that we're both wearing the Athletics gear right now.
Not planned.
Not planned at all.
Yeah, the Athletics. They're playing Moneyball. But anyway, back to the Astros. Yeah, I think the only guy they're missing is Lance. Yeah.
And even then, I think he's only out for 4 to 6 weeks, so it will be nice to get him back because he's a very exciting pitcher when he's on. Justin Verlander, a lot is riding on him. I mean, he's getting up there in age. But then again, we've seen him age like a fine wine up until this point. Do we think we'll see Justin Verlander be that solidified perfect number one in baseball again? Or do we think he's going to be taking a big hit after sitting out basically the last season?
I don't know. I think he'll be good. He's Justin Verlander. I mean, that's like
that is his name.
If Max Scherzer had Tommy John tomorrow and came back next season, I think I would still say he's going to be the Max Scherzer of old. So I think it's unfair for me to not say the same for Verlander.
I have faith in Verlander.
Yeah, it's hard not to after the career he's had.
Yeah,
and even in spring training, he was killing people.
Yes, I agree with you, but I think that this is going to be the start of like a slow, very, very slow decline for him. I just don't think all of his stuff is going to be perfectly there as it once was, especially early in the season. I feel like right around the All-Star break, midway point of the season, I won't be saying that. But as of right now, I think that he's not going to be perfect. How's that?
But even if that is the case, they still have Valdez, Luis Garcia, McCullers when he's healthy.
No, they still do have a good pitching staff. And their bullpen,
pitching
they
staff.
just signed Presley. They have Graveman. Oh, wait, no, they don't
Graveman's
have
on
Graveman
the White
anymore.
Sox.
They just re-signed Presley.
Yeah,
or
Presley got
extended
re-signed.
him. They extended him. Stanek was good. Hector Neris was pretty good for the Phillies last year. Phil
Maton played really well in the
was
postseason.
good. Blake Taylor, Pedro Baez. They have Christian Javier, like you said. They've got good pitching. They've got a whole good team. And the teams around them built up, sure. But this team is still one of the best.
It's still the Houston
I
Astros.
think
Yeah,
this
they're still
is
one of the best.
This is the team to beat in the entire American League. They still are a powerhouse, no matter how much you want to deny it or not. Even though they lost Correa, they still have all their guys. And, every time you feel like it's going to be somebody else's year, we're talking about how the Astros are making the American League Championship Series again.
Yeah, they've
Also, I feel like, definitely not defensively, but offensively, you can make up for Correa's production with Kyle Tucker.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Well, Kyle Tucker, also one of the most underrated players in baseball. So.
Yeah, he's forming very, very much into his own, and it's exciting watching him play.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
I don't know. Tell me.
Don't know.
What were you going to say?
You need to tell me what I was going to say.
So I think you were going to talk about how the Angels are actually looking pretty interesting this
Really
year.
good.
The Angels are looking really good. Their bullpen scares me every time I look at it. Like, I jump every time I look at their bullpen.
Their bullpen is scary. I mean, they finally got some starting pitching along with Shohei Ohtani coming off an MVP. And their line...
Sorry.
You just looked at their bullpen?
I looked at their bullpen.
Yeah.
It made me jump.
So, and I mean, their lineup, they're getting Michael Nelson Trout back for a full season, hopefully.
Trike him out. I mean, Trike him out when he's good. He's good.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that the Angels have the number 1 and 2 guy in baseball.
Yeah.
Definitively.
They got Trike him out and Ohei Shotani. So.
Yeah, they really need to do something there. And I think that this might be a year where we see them not touch the playoffs, but... we'll see that light bulb go off over the entire stadium of hey, we're like one piece away from being one piece away.
No, let me tell you, if they don't make the playoffs this year, I think their fans might riot.
The AL East.
What?
The AL East is going to how are the
I'm not
Angels
saying
going
it's not
to beat them?
justified. I'm saying if they don't make the playoffs this year, their fans are going to riot. I
That's
don't
fair.
think it has anything to do with the rest of the league.
Oh, I thought that you were saying they were going to make the playoffs. Okay,
Oh, I said if they don't.
that's fair. That's fair.
I mean,
I could see a riot.
they
down
went
there.
out and they signed like 3 catchers this offseason,
Yeah, Max Stassi.
which I
Bring back Kurt.
find hilarious. But I mean, I don't know.
They're also getting back Rendon. Joe Adell's back.
Yeah, but their rotation just kind of scares me. I mean, Shohei Ohtani, Patrick Sandoval, Noah Syndergaard isn't that bad. But once you get to Jose Suarez, Michael Lorenzen, we still don't really know fully what he can do. And then
Take that gamble though.
I don't know. I don't mind it. I do think they're going to be a good team, but
I think they're
almost every team besides the A's in that division is a good team.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, Oakland had a
they're-
fire sale.
Yeah, well, that's just because they're playing chess. Everyone else is playing checkers.
They're playing Moneyball.
They're going to buy every single free agent next offseason. Every single one.
I think the Angels are the team almost exact opposite of the Brewers, where we could see their hitting staff, their lineup. I don't know why I said hitting staff, but their lineup to absolutely carry. You know, like their pitching doesn't need to be there. Whereas, I mean, we say it all the time with the Brewers. Like, you know, you need 2 runs, 1 run, and the Brewers will get you the win.
Yeah, it's more of their lineup.
Yeah, but their lineup,
pitching depending on their
lineup can so.
And if the guys know that every 4th, 5th day they got to go out and drop 8 runs in the 3rd inning,
so be it.
If they know they got to do it, I mean, what's stopping them?
The crazy part is about the Angels is that they can.
They can do it.
Yeah.
Oh no, they can.
They're also getting Fletch back too. I think is he still hurt?
No,
I know
Fletcher.
He'll be fine.
Fletcher is going to be back. Shortstop.
Oh yeah, and then
because Jose Iglesias is gone, obviously.
And then the GOAT Tyler Wade is going to slide in at second.
No, well he might.
He will.
I think he's listed.
He's supposed to. He's projected to be there. Hopefully he has an MVP type season. I mean, definitely going to happen. So.
I think he'll be. Is it crazy to say? I think he'll be top 2 and not 2 in MVP voting.
So you think he's going to win the MVP?
No, I know he's going to win the MVP. Let's go, Tyler Wade.
We do love T Wade.
Love Tyler Wade.
Okay, so we are very far into this. Who do we think is going to be the AL West MVP?
The AL West MVP.
Like just the best player out of all the teams in the AL West.
Alex, you go first.
You want me to go first? Mike Trout.
All right.
I mean, cookie cutter answer, but you know, when he's on, he's on. Nick?
Lewis?
No.
Lewis.
Oh. Lewis? Nick? Lewis?
Alex?
Milo?
I'll go get him while one of you decides.
All right. Well, I think for my AL West MVP, I think I'm going to go with Robbie Ray. I mean,
I was thinking that.
If we're talking literal most valuable player, Robbie Ray adds... Oh my god, we're getting pop-ups on our stream! Milo!
There's no getting rid of it. Close window. Oh my god, there's no getting rid of it.
What are you doing? Oh, there we go. Oh my god, Kramer!
Oh god, this is the curse of Milo.
What is going on?
Milo broke the computer. But I mean, the adjective, the MVP means most valuable player, and I think Robbie Ray adds the most value to the Seattle Mariners. Milo, what do you have to say about that?
What do you think? All right.
Yeah,
so
no,
he's and then Nick,
he's integral to their starting lineup. I think without him.
Oh, nice. We can't hear him anymore.
Yeah.
Can you hear him?
I can hear him perfectly fine. Nick, say something.
Yeah,
I hear him fine.
Oh, then what'd he say?
He said, "Yeah, that's a good pick." And then he also said, "Lewis, you're the best person ever."
True. No, I'm taking. I'm gonna go with Ohtani.
What's your answer, Nick?
Ohtani, 100. I mean, how is he not?
Alex, what are your opinions on that?
Oh wow, aren't you hilarious?
He said Shohei Ohtani. I mean, that's a great pick. That is. I mean, he is the reigning AL MVP in general, so it shouldn't be that difficult of a decision. Shohei Ohtani is a stud, without a doubt. So
surprised neither of you said Ohtani, to be honest.
I don't know. I just think from a
MVP.
The Angels had Ohtani last year and they didn't make the playoffs. I feel like Mike Trout could add the most value to that team in making the playoffs. You know?
Okay. But like also you had
nice, I can't hear him again.
So I think that that Shohei is a good pick. But the crazy thing is that we're saying all these guys without mentioning the Astros, but the Astros probably have some of the best players in the division. It's just that they have good players at every position, not just one great player at a position. And the beauty of baseball is that you need a great team, not just a good player.
It's very true.
Yeah, but I feel like as open and shut as some people are seeing it, as the Astros are just going to run the division again, I think there is a world where we see them, they get challenged. What do you think about that new co-host, Milo?
Woof.
No answer.
He do not care. Okay. All right. So we're gonna move on to the AL East. I'm just trying to figure out this. So go to the AL East. Start.
Oh wait, we
guys
got
keep
to
going
pick a
about the
team
AL East.
coming out of. We got to pick a
Continue.
team coming out of the
Oh,
AL
yeah,
West.
we gotta pick a team coming out of the AL West. All right, Nick, you go first.
I still think it's gonna be Houston.
Yeah, I agree with you on Houston. Alex, what about you?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Angels just to be different.
Fair enough. You're sitting on this ball.
I'm not.
No, you just were.
I'm gonna go with the
It's on
Angels just
Milo.
to be different.
That's
All right,
fine.
I can respect that.
That's fun.
I like their team. I like the way it's built. Dare I say, top two MVP candidates.
Fair enough.
Yeah, hard to go
Shohei
against
and
them.
Wade.
All right, so now we'll head over to the AL East.
The big boy division of baseball.
Yeah, before we finish with the
The best division in baseball.
AL. The
NL.
NL
East.
East.
And yep.
The NL West.
Oh my god.
The NL East. The NL
East.
East. Okay. AL East. What do you guys think?
First off, the Blue Jays, I think, are the most overhyped team we've seen in a while. Losing Marcus Semien and Robbie Ray, sure you can say you're going to make up for that with a full season of Jose Barrios, full season of Kevin Gausman and Matt Chapman.
Manoah.
And Manoah, who looks good and will be a very good second-year pitcher. I just think that the loss of Semien and the addition of Matt Chapman is an overall loss for the Blue Jays. And people are overhyping Matt Chapman a little bit just because he's going to be in a new place and doing new things. But I still think that the Blue Jays are looked at as a little bit overhyped. But then again, when the season starts, if we see Vlad do what he normally does now, if we see George Springer for a full year, Teoscar Hernandez, I don't think that there will be much competing with them.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Blue Jays are the team to beat.
Fair enough.
Even I mean, bringing in Kikuchi is kind of he didn't have a great year. I mean, he was that second half he kind of fell apart and then got hurt.
Which was heartbreaking to see because he looked to be a very good, solid pitcher.
Even bringing him in, he's their fifth guy.
Yeah.
He's going to throw 6 innings, give up maybe like 1 run, 2 runs a game, but the offense is there to back him up.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
I
I'm looking
think-
forward to the Blue Jays, but then again, if we're talking, in September and we're talking about them making the playoffs, I feel like they're going to be a team that, if you told me they're going to be 1 game out of the division or 2 games out of the wild card by the end of the season, then I would believe it.
Yeah, you okay over there?
I don't know. Alice is having a little bit of audio problems on his end.
I can't hear anything.
He can't hear anything.
Oh,
Okay, Milo, I don't need that in
Nick.
the microphone. Thank you.
Nick, what do you think?
About the Blue Jays?
Can't hear a thing.
But
Uh-oh.
all in all, the Blue Jays look interesting. I just think that their offseason was a little bit overhyped. They gave a lot of money to Jose Barrios last season or this offseason.
I don't hate that though. I think he's really good.
I don't hate that, but then again, the problem is that we're going to now see him play a full year in the AL East with every team sort of built up more. I mean, every team is going in, and
I feel like
we're going to see a little bit of wish-wash from him. Obviously, compared to losing the Cy Young Award winner is not easy to do. You can't really replace him. But I think Jose Barrios was a good pickup to replace him.
he's a great pickup.
Dare I say?
How we
the
doing
Blue
over there?
Jays? I mean, you say they're overhyped.
Just a little bit, like not too much.
Last year they won 90 games. In a year that, I mean, I get that they had Semien, and they lost him, and that was a big loss. But they also didn't have Springer for most of the year.
Yeah. No, I can't hear him.
Now I can't hear him.
Nick, are you muted?
You are on Discord. Well, but they didn't have Springer for most of the year. While he figures that out, they didn't have Springer for most of the year, which was a big issue. The games that he did play
Yeah, perfect.
were pretty big games. So is this getting back Springer for hopefully a full season? Is that enough to replace the loss from Marcus Semien?
No. I mean, he hit the most home runs for a second baseman in MLB history. Was the number 3 MVP candidate. I just think we're going to see a little bit of regression from the Blue Jays lineup, but their pitching is going to progress a little bit, but it's sort of just going to cancel each other out, and it's just going to be balanced. I think if you told me they'll have, 2 more wins than they did last season, I would believe it, but anything more, I would have to think about it.
I genuinely think that they might crack 100.
Not in the AL East.
If
I can't hear him.
everybody is healthy,
What'd he say?
He said he thinks that they'll crack 100 wins if everybody's healthy.
I think they could possibly crack 100 if everyone's healthy the entire year, which is not going to happen because
Baseball.
injuries are inevitable.
Yeah, but I think if we see...
Wow.
I think if we see them finish with 93 or more wins, then that's a success for the Blue Jays season. I just don't think in the AL East, where there's so many powerhouse teams, and I mean, barring everybody's health, that any team in that division can get over 95.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even mention the Red Sox picking up Story.
Yeah, I mean, we can go right over that now. Red Sox picking up Trevor Story is a huge pickup, and I think that kind of signals that they're going to let Bogarts walk in free agency and keep Devers.
Yeah, well, I mean, personally, I'd rather have Devers over Bogarts, just because Devers is a tank.
And he's also younger. You get more years of control from him. You probably, I mean...
But I think Bogarts is one of the better contact guys in the league, and if you need someone to get on base, he's going to do that for you.
Yeah. And in free agency, if he does wind up hitting that market, we'll see an interesting dilemma with him, because there will be teams that are offering to give him a lot more than what he might be worth. As we get another pop-up here. Everybody look at the pop-up. Whoop!
Hey, just let it be.
As we see him inch closer and closer to free agency, maybe we'll hear more talks about what he'll get. But I think that Trevor Story is sort of coming in as his replacement.
Yeah, for sure. And then, I mean, who's going to slot if Bogarts ends up walking?
I don't know. Maybe they'll think about calling up a prospect. Like,
maybe Jeter Downs comes up.
Yeah, like Jeter Downs might come up, or maybe the Red Sox just showed that they're willing to spend money on the guy who they think can put them over the edge. Maybe they'll spend money on a shortstop. If Correa doesn't...
But I mean, at that point, if they're willing to drop money on another shortstop, why don't they just bring back Bogarts?
I don't know. Maybe they want something different. Maybe Bogarts is going to want too much money. How can you hear him?
I can't. It's not working, so I just gave up.
Want me to start typing out everything?
What do you say?
You want me to start typing out everything?
No. Turn your headset volume all the way up. Let's see if that works. But
yeah, blow out my own ears. Okay, that's all.
I can turn my gain all the way up too.
No. It's
like that.
Okay.
Just put it
We'll just
on.
Put them like, or like around your neck.
Yeah, wait, no,
And
that
I'll
works.
just put my gain all the way up. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
partially.
let's put it right here.
Can you hear him?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, now I'm talking. You guys we good?
Okay.
That's perfect.
Turn down the gain just a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit.
We good?
Yeah, it's good.
It'll do.
It works.
All right.
It works. We're gonna have to do it. No, but I think they aren't gonna pay Bogarts next season.
No, I don't think they will. I think they'll look to trade for somebody next offseason, or they'll look to call somebody up, or pay somebody else who will take cheaper money. Because Bogarts.
You think they'll ship him out pre-trade deadline this year, or they're gonna keep him?
This year, no.
If they do contract talks and he definitively says that he is going to go to free agency, then they might think about shipping him out.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, like what Lewis said. If he doesn't agree to anything, or if they don't get into some serious conversations about extending him, I think he either gets traded or he just definitively says, "I'm done. I'm walking at the end of the season."
Yeah, he pops. He just gets out of there.
Yeah, and they're also losing JD Martinez's money after the season, so there is a good chance that they maybe try to pay him. But after the JD Martinez contract is over, I don't think that they're going to be looking to spend that much money on a guy like that.
And then we got Yanks and the Rays to talk about. We talked about the Orioles before.
Yeah, I'm very I'm always okay to talk about the New York Yankees. I mean, they're a good team. Like they're certainly not a bad team at all. I don't know if they're top.
There's always a
2 or something.
chance. There's always a chance for the Yankees to make the postseason. Always a
Exactly.
chance.
The Yankees are always in the postseason hunt, no matter what.
So I'm gonna say this as unbiasedly as I can. Although everyone called the Yankees offseason a complete L for only getting basically Josh Donaldson, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and Ben, whatever the hell his name is.
Although
That's
Josh
it.
Donaldson could be huge for them.
Yeah, you also have to remember that they have Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Garrett Cole, Anthony Rizzo, DJ LeMahieu is somewhere in the team, on the team. Gleyber Torres is looking great so far in spring training. Hopefully that will carry over into the regular season. And Joey Gallo is looking completely healthy. And, I mean, the full lineup of Giancarlo in left, Gallo or Judge in center, and then Gallo or Judge in right is really, really appealing to me.
Well, a healthy Gallo is good. He's going to give you what he's going to give you. He's going to give you a Joey Gallo season. He's going to give you 38 to 40 home runs. He's going to give you 160 strikeouts. He's going to give you a Joey Gallo type season.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
and
not
maybe
much.
maybe one like 48-degree launch angle home run.
Maybe. But that's a long shot.
Quite literally.
It would be a long
Literally
shot.
long shot. Yeah. Or a high shot.
All right, if you guys don't mind, while you talk about the Yanks and the Rays, I'm just gonna hit the restroom real quick.
All right,
Go
you go
for
for it. So Yankees, Rays, Yankees, one of the best teams in baseball at all times. They're always in it. I like the rotation though, sneakily. I mean, Cole, Montgomery, Severino, Nestor Cortez Jr., who might be the most fun starting pitcher to watch in baseball.
I think he's just the most interesting man in baseball. He takes the subway to every game and gets off just for all the fans do. And he says most of the time people don't even notice that he's there.
Yeah, he's literally just living.
He's such a dude.
He's just yeah, exactly. He's just living life.
Yeah, which is great. I think the Yankees, like every other team in the AL East, it's going to be a dogfight in that division for seeding in the playoffs and for home field advantage and even maybe for the top of the division. I think that if Aaron Judge has a MVP type year as he did last year, where he would have been top 3 if Shohei was not Shohei, I think we can see a really, really fun team out of the Bronx. And I think we could be talking about Aaron Judge winning an MVP. We could be talking about Gleyber Torres being that great infielder that we remember him being. We could be talking about Anthony Rizzo still having a lot left in the tank. Like, there's so many things that we can mention, but it's all relying on the Yankees not doing what they've done in the past couple of years and had these injuries.
Well, like you said, it's all about could-be's, and could-be's are like, I mean...
They're what could be.
It's very this or that. And I don't know if currently what the Yankees have, especially with competing teams with like the Blue Jays and the even the Red Sox and the Rays, all 3 of those other teams, what the Yankees have, while it isn't bottom of the barrel out of those 4 teams, I don't know if it's top. And the only way we'll know if it's top is once the season starts. And if that team can become kind of like the 2019 Yankees, who they got it done when it mattered, and they didn't lose games in which they were ahead. So if we get that kind of Yankee team, and not the 2020 and even 2021 Yankee team that blew leads, didn't hang on to games, felt like it didn't have a personality, it's not going to be a fun season for Yankee fans like us.
Yeah, well, there's only one way to find out, and I mean, this is like a perfect segue into what we would consider a new rivalry sort of brewing. Not as obviously like the Red Sox Yankees rivalry, but the Rays. They had a very interesting offseason. I mean, we know that the Rays will always be the Rays and find a way, and I think that they're going to be with the Yankees this year of like, they're not going to be competing for that division, but they're going to sure as shit be competing for the top wild card spot.
Yeah, definitely the wild card spot. I think all 3 wild card spots are going to be occupied by AL East teams. It's kind of hard not to think that way.
Yeah, I think it was today at the time of today was Austin Meadows getting traded to the Detroit Tigers?
Yesterday.
It was yesterday. But that was a big trade for the Rays. I am shocked that they got rid of him. I feel like it's just because they didn't want to spend money on him more than anything. But that's a huge hit for the Rays,
Well, isn't
He was one of their better
Brujan
hitters,
an
too.
outfielder?
I think.
First base
First base.
or second base.
Brujan is the second baseman?
I will check right now.
I could have sworn he was an outfielder.
Second baseman and outfielder, but he played second more last year when he did play.
With getting rid of Meadows, I think they might be setting him up to be in the outfield. I mean, they also did get Margot back. They extended him. They always have him. They have a Rosarena. Josh Lowe is the guy who they're calling up. And he's supposed to be pretty big for them.
They have Brandon Lau at second too, so I don't know why they would play him at second base.
Exactly. No, I think it's less Brujan. It's more Josh Lowe, who is Nate Lowe's younger brother, who they're calling up this year, and he's kind of going to be their outfielder instead of Meadows. And losing Meadows is pretty big.
He was one of their better hitters, but they in the outfield they still have Kiermaier, they still have Rosarena, like you said, they got Margot back.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
right.
It will be interesting to see what the Rays do because we've talked about them for the past 3 years of not being a team that will compete, and then they go out and win 100 games. Could we see that happen again this season, where they?
I don't know about 100.
No, not 100 games, but we see them go out and win the division with confidence. Could we see that happen, even though they don't have anybody crazy? We're going to see a full year of Wander.
Oh, I'm excited.
Is Glasnow hurt still?
Glasnow is gone for the season. He might be back come playoff time, but the regular season he's not coming back.
Which would be absolutely huge for them.
Really nursing him back properly because you need him at 100% to be his best at all times. And if they rush it or make him feel uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form, then you're never going to see what Tyler Glasnow could fully be.
Okay. Yeah. I want to do a over/under for Wander Franco.
Ooh.
Franco, however you want to say it.
Wandeezy.
I'm trying to think of what stat category we could put it in, and I feel like RBIs might be good. Can I get this?
Sure.
Yeah, RBIs.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, so we'll do. Obviously, he's on a good team. He had 39 RBIs in 70 games last year. Also, just his rookie year. So this year, we're gonna go over/under 85 RBIs.
Over.
Yeah, I'll happily take the over on that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I feel like I kind of said it too low. What if I made it 90?
Over.
I'll take the over.
All right.
What's 5 more?
Yeah, I kind of want to take the over. I was trying to make a number.
He's what, gonna bat third, second?
Probably second.
I think third. I don't know about second. Not yet. Cause second, the way baseball has changed in the past couple of years is second is usually
power guy.
Your best hitter.
You put like a secondary leadoff guy at that 9 spot.
Right. Your best overall hitter is going to be your second hitter. I really noticed that more with the Yankees and how Aaron Judge bats second. I mean, he's by far their best hitter. He
also just kind of fits that mold of the 2-hitter.
Right.
Your first guy gets on, you're gonna want someone to hit a gap shot or drill one out of the park.
He kind of set that from my perspective, at least. He kind of set that precedent for the rest of the league because now a lot of the league, their best hitters hitting the 2-hole.
Yeah,
I could definitely see it.
But yeah, and then you know what? We got to speed this up. We've been here for a while. Who is gonna win the AL East this year?
I'm taking the Blue Jays.
Lewis.
Come with the Red Sox.
Ew,
Ooh.
What the hell?
Yeah, it hurts my heart to say it, but I think the Red Sox will.
No sale.
For a month?
No, for longer than a month.
I thought it was only a month.
I think it's 2. I think it's 2 to 3 actually.
No, I thought they just announced he's going to be out for a lot longer. Did they not?
Well, no matter with or without Sale, I'm still going to say that they are going to win the division. I mean, last season we saw them play a majority of their games without Sale. We saw them in the postseason without Sale, and they came 2 games away from from making it to the World Series against the Houston Astros. I think that with the addition of Trevor Story, sure they lost Kyle Schwarber. They only had Kyle Schwarber for half a season, but I think that this team looked set to win, and I think that they could win the division.
Okay.
Sale is set to come back and make his first start on June 6th.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
No,
June,
that's not
July,
bad.
August, September.
I'm gonna make my only biased pick of this entire episode, and I'm going the Yankees.
That's fair.
Don't care. I refuse to bet against my own team.
I'm not betting against them. I know that the Yankees will whip their ass.
You
in
just
the wild
bet
card.
against them. There is no wild
I
card.
mean, in the first round, I know that, but I just think that the Red Sox are going to win the division.
Okay, to each their own. All right, let's get to the NL East. I don't want to say I want to speed this up, but we're already
An hour and 35?
an hour and a half in here.
With audio problems.
With some audio problems, but we don't want to talk about that. The NL East.
That out in post.
The NL East. Who do we think? What do we think of the teams in there? Obviously the Mets. DeGrom.
I think it's the
Scherzer
best
already having
division.
Issues. Or DeGrom, but
Scherzer just got a little hamstring hookup.
Yeah, I think the Mets, on paper, they look like the team to beat, but when the season starts, we're still going to be talking about the Atlanta Braves.
yeah, it's hard not to talk about the Braves. That team is insane.
A lot of writers took the Braves. I know Verducci took the Mets. A couple of guys are taking the Mets, but I think the Braves are still the team to beat in the NL East.
Yeah,
and that's coming from a Mets fan.
Yeah, because I think fans more are taking the Mets, but the people actually looking at it are looking like the Braves have.
They got better. The Braves got better,
The Braves got better than last year, and they won the World Series.
and they're
last
getting
year.
back Acuna.
They got back Acuna. They still
Will he
have.
be back for opening day?
No, he'll be back
No,
a couple of weeks. He's on the 10-day IL right now, which is a good sign because that
that is
means
a
they're
good sign.
anticipating him soon. But they got Matt Olson. Acuna's coming back. Austin Riley is a monster. Their entire team
Albies
is good.
is always great.
If Albies stop, I think if Ozzy Albies stops switch hitting, he'll be a lot better. Like he's already having like almost 30 seasons, and he's batting switch hitting. If he only batted, I think it's lefty. I think lefty his splits are a lot better than righty. So
I think it's right-handed.
Oh, so you think? Well, I know it's one or the other.
Where he has like a 950 OPS with batting from one side. I think it's lefty, though.
We'll look right now.
Ozzy Albies on the Braves is a guy to definitely watch. I think also a guy that people really completely forget about from time to time is Austin Riley. He is a dark horse MVP candidate in my mind for the NL. He always looks exciting, and it will just be fun to see what he does this season.
So, yeah, I like Austin Riley a lot, especially after he had kind of like his breakout year last year. I think getting another full season of him with a lot more experience at third under his belt, he'll play really well. So
Yeah.
Ozzy, when he bats right-handed, he's average is 323. Batting left-handed, his average is 237.
So, we'll see. We'll see.
We talked about Austin Riley. Gonna be valuable. Obviously, dark horse MVP. Over under 6.5 WAR for Austin Riley this year.
Ooh.
Nick, you go first.
Was it 6.5?
Yeah.
I'll take the over.
Over. Okay.
Alex?
Lewis.
I think he's really going to ramp up defensively as well. So
Lewis.
I am also going to take the over.
Okay.
I think it's going to be like 6.7. You know, it's going to
You
be
love
just
giving
over.
those exact answers.
I do, because one of them is going to be right, and then I'm
One's
gonna
gonna
see
hit.
my face everywhere.
one's got to hit.
It's gotta.
He did hit over 300 last year. He hit 303, which I think is going to be hard to replicate. But
He had a
I think he's gonna hit for
6.1
more.
WAR last year. I think he's
I
gonna
think
have
he's
around
definitely
the
going to hit
same.
for more power.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have around the same. I'd love to see it, but I'm gonna go under. I don't know. I just find it tough. 6.5 is very high. For a guy.
He's also
any
only
position player,
25.
Really. I think the highest was like 7.2 or something like that. It was Correa. But I don't know. 6.5 seems just a bit too high.
I think he can do it though.
Well, he definitely can.
I definitely think he could.
He definitely can. I'm not saying he can. I think he can. It's just a matter of will he, you know?
That's fair. That's fair.
Mhm.
If we're gonna stay with the Braves, I mean, we already touched on him just a little bit, even though he's injured right now. Acuna, right? I've been having this debate mentally, and I'm gonna say it out right now, so it's out there in case I'm right. I think Acuna can have a 30 home run season, 40 stolen bases season, and 40 double season. How does that sound?
Say that again. I was reading this very actual big piece of news that I'll tell you about next. But what were you saying?
30 homers, 40 stolen bases, 40 doubles for Acuna.
Yeah, it's possible.
I think he...
That's a 40-40 season.
Yeah, but I mean...
The 30 doubles is going to come with that no matter what.
No, 30 homers. 30 homers, 40 stolen bases, and 40 doubles.
He might have a 40-40-40 season.
That's my original thought. I lowered the homers just in case he's not.
No, he's going to have 40 homers. There's no way he
So
doesn't have...
missing like a week.
Yeah,
2 weeks
if
maybe.
he plays a lot of the season, there's no way he's not having 40 homers.
And doesn't re-injure himself and have to sit for another week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So then,
I mean, it's a possibility,
40
dude.
season from Acuna. Do you think that's possible?
Of course I think that's possible.
Yeah,
think
he's an
he'll do it?
anomaly.
Yeah.
I think he
Not
will, too.
this year. I think in his career he can. I definitely don't think this year it's going to happen because he's coming right off an injury, a huge injury.
Yeah, but you don't need to run at full speed when you hit one over the fence.
Yeah, but if he's going to steal 40 bags,
Yeah, give him some time. I could see him doing it.
all right.
Yeah, he almost did it in 2019 or something. He was one stolen base away.
Yeah, he was electric last year. Not last year.
But
in
like
2019.
Nick said, coming off an injury, I just don't know if it's possible the year off an injury, unless he just literally picks up right where he left off.
But if he did,
Indeed.
that's like the most Ronald Acuna thing to do.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
You got a point.
All right. Well, I'm gonna read this really quick. We're gonna do our NL East winners, and then we're gonna quick fire our awards winners. Okay.
All right.
So this news. All right. So Ronald Acuna Jr. was just on IG Live, and according to our resident bilingual Braves user, he said he won't miss Freddie Freeman. They had friction. Freeman didn't care when he got hit by the Marlins multiple times. He was overbearing, and he wasn't someone Ronald could ever talk to.
Maybe
That's some
why
drama.
they let him walk.
I love
That's
it.
definitely
I love it.
I'm here for it.
Let's see him meet in the NLCS.
Meet the NLCS. I want to see when the first time the Braves play the Dodgers is this year. You might need to give me a few seconds.
Oh, okay. But all in all, the NL East is shaping up to be an interesting division. I mean, we barely even touched
April
on the Mets.
18th. They play the
Yeah,
Dodgers.
we didn't even talk about the Phillies picking up Schwarber and Castellanos.
Yeah, we barely talked about the Phillies.
But I feel like
we're
they're
also
still
losing time. It is 11:30.
It's almost opening day.
It is almost opening day. Opening day. I hate that. That was my least favorite thing I've said in the last week and a half. But yeah, no, the Phillies got a lot better too. I think Wheeler can be a top 5 Cy Young any day of the week. Same thing with
When he comes
Nola.
back.
Castellanos is going to do his thing. I don't think he'll be top 5 MVP or really anywhere near.
Are they going to have the worst defensive season?
Outfield, yeah. No, they might.
No, Castellanos, did he have the worst defensive season ever?
I don't know, but he's not good at defense. Schwarber's a DH.
No, I'm just saying the Phillies outfield might have the worst defensive season for an outfield.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
Schwarber's
they
a
will.
DH. Castellanos is just not good.
They're another team that is only looking to beat you on one side of the ball.
Mashers.
I disagree.
They're daring you to go out there and try to score 6 runs, but they're going to try to score 7.
I think the Phillies pitching is very
Their
good.
pitching is really good though.
Yeah,
I know, but with
that's
that
both sides of the ball.
with that defense, they're not going to.
I mean,
be
they're
able
not
to...
brain dead. They're gonna make routine plays.
What did he say?
They're not brain dead.
Yeah, well,
They're gonna catch the ball. It's not like they're gonna
I
lose
know
12
that.
games because their fielders couldn't catch the fucking ball.
They're still major league ball players. They're not like some random guys they found.
Outfield, especially out there in left field, where Nick Castellanos is probably going to get stuck playing. I just think that we're going to see those doubles where usually guys go first to third. If it were Bryce Harper out there, we're gonna see people go first to home
Right.
because he's not
Yeah.
that great of a defender.
For
We're not
sure.
gonna
I mean,
see 110%.
he's got a good arm, but getting to the ball is the tough part for him.
That's foul.
He gets his way over there.
Uh,
Our
There's no
resident
gun over
Red
it.
fan coming in hot with the take.
bias?
Hey,
Not at all.
hey, man. I know my NL East. All right. The Nationals will be the Nationals. They'll do some baseball things and then
And Juan Soto. Woo!
They'll do some
Yeah.
baseball things. I think every fucking team's doing some baseball things this year.
they'll do some baseball things. They'll hit the ball. They'll pitch sometimes. They won't win a lot, but they
Juan
have Soto. So yeah, exactly.
Nelson Cruz, Josh Bell. Woo!
All right, so who do we think is gonna win the NL East? Final picks.
Braves.
Braves, okay. Nick.
The Mets, baby. It's all about the Mets.
Yeah, baby.
It's all about the Mets, baby. You love the Mets. Hit a home run.
I see them in a solid third place.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Marlins.
Yeah, gotta ride with the boys down south. Gotta
Yeah.
ride with the boys down south.
I'm not throwing away the pick.
It's
I
different.
just legitimately think the Marlins are gonna win the NL East this year.
All right.
They have a top
All
5 rotation in baseball.
All right, you know what? We're getting to these goddamn awards because we're an hour and 45 minutes into this.
A 2-hour episode previewing the entire season. Perfect.
Just what Doctor ordered. Okay. So, what the fuck happened here? All right. NL MVP.
Whoa.
Who do we got? Actually, I'm going first.
Thank God.
Okay.
Juan Soto.
Okay.
Too easy.
Hey.
Nick.
Juan Soto.
Okay. I think Trey Turner's gonna win it.
Wow, that's coming from the Juan Soto enthusiast.
Yeah.
Good. What did you say?
Trey Turner.
Harping back to the Dodgers player that hasn't won an
yeah.
MVP yet.
I just think that he will be their guy who gets on base, but also he'll be batting first in the lineup, I think. And even if the 7, 8, 9 guys all get on, we could see him hit a grand slam. Like, Trey Turner can just do it all so perfectly. Well, not perfectly. Tyler Wade does it perfectly. But Trey Turner's the definite number 2, 5-tool player in LA. Right behind, of course, Tyler Wade.
So you got Tyler Wade,
Right.
then Trey Turner.
And then the field.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those are our NL MVP picks. AL MVP.
Nick.
Vladdy.
Vladdy. Okay. Lewis.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge. Okay.
Does Shohei go back to back?
What?
Does Shohei go back to back?
Of course he does, but I'm going to be different and take my hometown
Yeah,
guy.
I'm taking Vladdy.
Yeah, I'm going Shohei because, barring injury, there's no way he loses.
It's fair.
If he plays an entire season, he's gonna win MVP every time.
Well, if he plays pitching.
Okay. Yeah, okay, right. What if he goes out, hits 40 homers again, steals 20 bags, great batting average. Well, he had an okay batting average. But he completely shits the bed on the bump. His ERA is over 5, and he's just dog water pitching.
No, then he doesn't win it.
I still think he wins it.
Mm-mm.
I think the media is so biased towards Shohei Ohtani that
Yeah,
he'll
but
still win it. He's not going to be unanimous. I can tell you that. But I still do think he'll win it. It's just so biased. The media is.
you know what's funny is that yesterday I said to somebody that I think he's going to take a step forward pitching-wise, but he's going to regress batting. I think the exact opposite's going to happen, where people are going to know how to pitch him more. I mean, he struck out a lot on those breaking pitches outside of the plate, on the outside edge for him. And I think that pitchers are going to realize that now with a full offseason to study him and stuff, that we won't see him produce as much on the offensive side of the ball, but I think his pitching is going to get marginally better. I just don't think that we can see him repeat as MVP unless he does both as well as he did last year, and I think that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing to experience.
Yeah.
It's all about consistency.
Yeah.
All right. Hopping over. Like I said, we're going rapid fire here. It's 11:30. I got school tomorrow.
Forgot about that.
NL Cy Young. Who wants to go first? Nick, you haven't gone first yet. Oh wait, you just did. Lewis, you
I
haven't
just
gone
did.
first. Zach Wheeler. Okay. Nick,
Walker Bueller.
That's a great pick.
Walk. Oh man, I put it in the wrong spot. This is in shambles. Walker Bueller.
Kind of like the audio.
Definitely like the audio.
What?
You
What?
said, oh my god, this is in shambles, and then Nick just went kind of like the audio.
Yeah, no, I was in shambles too.
Yeah.
Not my fault though. That was Milo's
And
fault.
then who's your NL
Yeah.
Cy Young?
NL Cy Young is going to be. I'm gonna agree with the Zach Wheeler.
No, you said it.
No, I didn't type it. I'm
But
gonna.
then you control your own destiny.
I'm gonna go with.
What happened to speeding this up? Okay.
I can't think of any.
There are a couple.
No, I know there are a couple.
I mean, Corbin Burns, Trevor Rogers, Sandy Alcantara,
Tyler McGill.
Tyler McGill.
Man said Tyler McGill, and you agreed.
Yeah, Tyler McGill. Do you even know Charlie Morton?
Charlie Morton?
Can go with Scherzer.
Oh my God, I'm going Max Fried.
Is Soroka pitching a full year this year?
He should be, yes.
I'm excited
No, maybe
to
not
do it.
full. Maybe
Wait,
not
who?
full. Mike Soroka.
He should be.
No, not full.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going Max Fried though.
Okay.
You said Braves. You said Soroka. It reminded me of Braves, and yeah.
All right.
All right. AL Cy Young. I'm going first. I got Cole.
Okay. I am also going to take Garrett Cole.
Okay. Copying me.
Yeah.
Got it. Nick, who do you
Getting
got?
a little funky here. Give me
Kyle
Shane Bieber.
Funkhauser? Wait, who?
Shane Bieber.
Okay. I like it. He was good when he was not injured. So.
Yeah.
All right. NL Rookie of the Year. Any takers?
O'Neal Cruz.
Okay. Nick?
Saya.
Seiya?
Yes, sir.
I am also going to go with...
Oh my God.
Yeah, fine. You know what? I started saying it. I'm going Seiya as well.
Thank you.
Okay. AL Rookie of the Year. I'm going first. Bobby Witt. Yeah, Bobby Witt. Okay. Who wants to go next?
Give me J-Rod.
Oh my God!
Come
No,
on,
I'm
man.
switching Julio Rodriguez.
No, you can't. You typed
Totally
it.
just took
Don't care. I'm
mine.
switching mine.
Totally just took mine.
So we're all going.
Now we can all
J-Rod?
agree. Yeah. I think he's gonna have a really good year.
Yeah, and I forgot he made the opening day roster too. Yeah, no way.
Yep.
He looks like so much fun. I love when he got called up, the video of him going, "Is it J-Rod showtime?" That was my favorite quote from the MLB season.
I think it's time for the J-Rod show.
I think it's time for the J-Rod. Is it J-Rod showtime?
I think it's time. Okay, wait. Are there any more awards? No, that's it, right?
Could do like
We ain't doing. We ain't doing manager of the year. Any other award, Nick?
Home run leader, batting title.
All right, we'll do batting title. AL batting title.
Nick, you go first.
Okay. Luis Robert.
Okay. Alex.
Nope, you go.
Wander Franco.
Juan Deasy.
All right. Franco. I'm gonna go Tim Anderson.
Okay.
I mean,
Two White Sox picks?
Two White Sox picks. The White Sox are a very good team. I think we knew that.
They are a very good team. That is very true.
I know it is. Okay, NL batting title. I'm going first. Trey Turner.
All right.
Yep, I'm going Trey Turner as well.
I'm also going Trey Turner.
Yeah.
Woo! My MVP.
Yeah, that was really easy.
Yeah.
Although Juan Soto is going to be up there. We can agree on that, right?
Yeah. I think Trey Turner is going to be bat like not 115, 315, and Soto's going to be at like 311. You know? I feel like they're going to be kind of competing.
All right, now we'll do home run leader for all of baseball.
Matt Olson.
AL and NL.
Matt Olson.
Matt Olson.
How you like that for a steamy take?
That is steamy. That's like the shit I took earlier.
Wow. You said that. Nick, what about you?
Yeah, I gotta
I'm sorry.
go.
We're an hour 54 minutes into this episode. I'm kind of
I gotta
losing.
go. Give me Pete. I want Pete Alonso.
The polar bear, Ice Boy.
I think he does it.
Break his bat after every strikeout, Alonzo.
I really think he does it this year.
What,
All
breaks his bat? Or wins a home run title?
Yeah, why not both?
Well, the home run derby home runs don't count. You know that, right?
I'm going Aaron Judge.
That's a good pick.
Bounce back. Not even bounce back. He had a top 4 AL MVP season last year. A top 3, arguably. He's going to have a good year this year.
Or do you want to do the last one of strikeouts?
No, absolutely not.
Strike out the most?
Oh, like pitcher strikeouts?
Yeah, pitcher strikeouts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Everybody would have picked Joey Gallo and we would have been out of here.
All right, go for it.
Shane Bieber.
Zach Wheeler.
Garrett Cole.
We threw that one in on the end.
I mean, I got to type all this. Bieber. All
All right, manager of the year.
What?
What?
The gain's too high. We can't hear you. Try now.
I didn't. He screamed manager of the year.
It really looked like he was changing the game. All right. Well, that should do it.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, okay. Last one. Who's gonna win the World Series?
Oh, yeah, that's important.
Yeah, that is a pretty
It's
important.
only slightly.
And in how many?
Toronto Blue Jays in 6.
Over.
Over who?
The Atlanta Braves.
Okay, Lewis.
Oh, can I go last?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the Orioles over the Marlins in 8.
Yeah.
In an even amount of games, they tie 4-4.
No, I'm gonna go with the.
This is so difficult.
Uh,
I think
The
here.
White Sox over the Braves in 7.
Okay.
Okay, Lewis.
I think I'm gonna take Atlanta over the Toronto Blue Jays in 6.
So you got Braves. You got the opposite of Nick's pick.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I really had to think about that one.
That should do it. We got a very, very long episode. This is coming out on opening day, so it's gonna be opening day. Can we do the opening day dance, everyone? It's opening day. It's opening day. It's opening day.
Let's
oh,
go
yeah.
athletics.
It's opening day. All right. Well, that was the opening day dance. Hope you enjoyed. Here is my final representation before the season starts of Mark Canna getting hit by every single pitch he sees. Oh. Oh.
Pulling old Michael Conforto.
And that was my final words before the season starts.
Let's go. How about we end it with this? Let's go baseball.
Let's go baseball. Let's go baseball. Perfect. Okay.
I heard
That
my
should do
snore.
it for this episode of the Normal Baseball podcast, and we shall see you next time.
Hey, and if you made it all the way to the end, comment who you think your World Series matchup and winner is going to be.
Yes, World Series matchup and wiener.
ooh, and Wiener. Hi,
All
I'm
right.
the Wicked Wiener.
Okay,
All right,
we're all descending into
That's
madness.
good.
I need to go to bed.
We gotta go. All right. Peace.
Hurry up.
Leg out.